Hello everyone, I'm Balraj Singh Kangarot. I'm here to present a short introduction to fluid mechanics. In this topic, we'll discuss about the fluid mechanics, what it is, what it includes, what are its branches. Firstly, we'll understand what is fluid mechanics. It is concerned with the behavior of fluids at rest and in motion. And we have to also understand the distinction between solids and solid fluids. According to our experience, a solid is a hard and not easily deformed, wherever a fluid is a soft and which deforms easily, which changes its shape according to the external effects. Wherever fluid is a substance that alters its shape in response to any force, however small, when we apply some force externally, it changes its shape according to the force applied. That tends to flow or to conform to the outline of its container. And the fluid includes the gases and liquids. And mixtures of solids and liquids are also capable of flowing due to the liquid mixing. A fluid is defined as a substance that deforms continuously when acted on by shearing stresses of any magnitude. Next, we see what are the dimensions and units for fluid mechanics. So, fluid mechanics have many branches for it. First, we will see the dimensions and units of each and every property, and then we will see what are the branches of fluid mechanics, fluid statics, and fluid dynamics. Fluid statics means when the fluid is at rest, and fluid dynamics means fluid is moving. In the fluid statics, we will see what is pressure, what is measurement of pressure. Hydrostatic forces means the forces acted upon by water in when the water is at static state, it's not moving, and the buoyancy. In fluid dynamics, we will see the mass, energy, and momentum balances, and those like fluid mechanics applications in engineering are in flow in pipes, turbo machines, flow over immersed bodies, flow through porous media, and etc. And we will also see the dimension analysis and modeling for fluid mechanics. Now we'll see what is dimensional homogeneity. All theoretically derived equations are dimensionally homogeneous. What it means? Like whichever equation we use in our life, it is dimensionally homogeneous. Means both the LHS and RHS of the equation has same dimensions. Some empirical formulas used in engineering practice are not dimensionally homogeneous. Some exceptions are there. Also, all equations must use consistent units. Each term must have the same units. When we are adding any units, they should be in the same. When we are adding to any properties, then they should have same units. Now you see the measures of fluid mass and weight. Firstly, we will see what is density. As we know, density is defined as mass per unit volume of a substance. Means in a unit volume or a fixed volume, how much mass is capable of, like that volume is how much that volume is capable of getting a mass into it. And density is defined as rho, and by the formulation it is defined as mass per unit volume. For liquids, density is a weak function of temperature and pressure, and for gases it is a strong function of temperature and pressure. It means for liquid, density varies very lightly with temperature and pressure, and for gases, density varies with temperature and pressure strongly. And from the ideal gas law, we know that rho equals to Pm by RT. It means rho is density, P is pressure, M is molecular weight, R is universal gas constant, and T is temperature. R is given as 8.314 joule per gram mole Kelvin. Now we'll see what is specific volume. Specific volume is reciprocal of density or mass density, you can say. What is specific weight? It is the amount of weight per unit volume of a substance. Weight per unit volume is called as specific weight. And as we know, what is specific gravity? Specific gravity is like when we compare density of any substance with the standard, and the standard is taken as H2O at 4 degrees centigrade. So specific gravity is defined as ratio of density of any substance compared with the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade.